So I got up early because I wanted to make sure I was there early and not disappoint anybody. And the cemetery was at Little Goose, or all the roads down there are Big Church next to the Antique Tractor Road, or, you know, Bob's Road, things like that. And I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm trying to find this cemetery, and I'm lost, and it's getting later and later, and I'm really, you know, I'm starting to feel bad, and I come around a curve and I look up, and up on the hill there I see some headstones, and I see a tractor and a big pile of dirt, and I thought, oh, I made it. So I pulled off and I climbed up the hill because I couldn't figure out how to get up the hill with my car. I climbed up the hill and I got up there, and by the time I got there I was late, and everybody had gone. There were some workmen sitting under a tree eating their lunch, a big pile of dirt there, and I went over and they'd already put the cement vault on, and I started praying and preaching a sermon for this burial, and I was just so passionate, even though nobody was there but me. And I finished and I turned and I started making my way carefully back down the hill, and I heard one of the workmen say, "I've been putting septic tanks in 25 years. I've never seen anything like that." My opponent in this upcoming election is quite fond of introducing himself, saying, "I'm Mike Pence, I'm a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican," in that order. Has anybody ever heard that from? Okay. Nothing wrong with any of those three. But I think he has the Republican part pushing the conservative and the Christian part to the rear from what his actions have been. My problem is not with Christians or with conservatives. I'm a Christian in my faith, and I'm conservative on my financial politics. I don't always think Mr. Pence's words or policies are Christian or conservative, but why does he claim Republican ahead of American? That's always been my question. Why does Mr. Pence claim Republican ahead of American? Christian, conservative, and Republican in that order. I don't know about you, but that tells me a lot. I'm an American before I'm a Democrat. American interest should be put before political interest. But some put Republicans before Americans. Maybe that is why our country's in the mess that it's in, because too many people are putting Republican before American. Now, many of you have heard me say, I have had enough. I've had enough of that. It's time to put Americans above everything else, the human beings that are Americans. We're in a situation where not only are pensions not guaranteed, they're raided by some corporations. Not only do we not have livable minimum wages, there are fewer and fewer jobs that even have a living wage. We have drug companies and insurance companies making health care and prescription drug decisions for our citizens instead of the doctors and the patients. We have big oil companies making energy decisions with no regard for industries that rely heavily on those fuels, like the truckers or the farmers, let alone the single moms working 2 jobs with 3 kids who can't afford the $15 extra to fill up that 1986 minivan. Too many people putting Republican ahead of American, and I've had enough. But there is more. Katrina, Iraq, Abramoff, DeLay, Scooter Libby, Karl Rove, Ney, Cunningham, Porter Goss, and hookers at the Watergate Hotel. The Watergate Hotel. Where have I heard that before? 1974, when the Democrats were swept back into power. 1974, the Watergate Hotel. Here we are, 32 years later. Illegal wiretappings violating our right to privacy. Illegal workers driving down wages, hired by employers who are breaking the law and undermining our economy. That has to be said. Employers are hiring illegal workers, driving down our wages and undermining our economy. I've had enough. This has to change. President Bush, who always tells the truth, said his best moment as president was when he caught a 7-pound, 7-ounce perch. Now, the world record for a perch is only 4 pounds. So either he caught a world record perch and didn't show anybody, or he's lying. And either way, I don't respect him. The vice president shot a man in the face and then waited for that man to apologize for being in the way. We don't have to make anything up, folks. All we got to do is tell the truth. All we have to do is tell the truth. Governor Mitch Daniels right here in Indiana selling the roads and not listening to the people. 80% of the people said don't do it. 80% of the people said don't do it. He did it anyway. We have to put a check and balance on President Bush. And that's why I'm going to be going to Washington as a congressman in November. And we have to put a check to Mitch right here in Indiana. So please, folks, not only vote for them, but work for the fine, fine state representatives and state Senate candidates we have. Dennis Tyler, Phil Flum, Leanne Mengelt, Larry Ryle, Ron Liggett. Ron couldn't be here today because he's out campaigning. That's how hard Ron Liggett's working. David Sadler, Terry Austin, Scott Reske, Dale Lanning, J.D. Lux, Bob Bischoff, whoever is in your area, not only vote for them, but work for them, help them. State Senate Sue Arrington is going to be replacing Allie Craycroft. What a great state senator Allie was, and what a great state senator Sue is going to be. I look forward to campaigning with all of them. I look forward to campaigning with all the fine sheriff candidates we have all around this district. We've got some absolutely great candidates all the way up and down the board, all the way across the board. And we are going to work together. We are going to work together to make sure that everybody is competitive in the 6th district. But we've got to check Mitch, we've got to check Bush, and we've got to get rid of Pence. They're all the same. They do not have our best interest in mind. They put Republican ahead of American. Had enough? Well, there's still just a little more. They want to kill public education. They don't want the public to have health care. They don't care about our senior citizens or our veterans, and they want to kill the labor unions. I've got a question for all of you out there that are UAW or that are IBEW or that are United Steelworkers. My question is, NAFTA, CAFTA, how much more of the shafta is the American worker going to have to take until we say enough? My website is barrywelsh.org. I've been endorsed by Senator Russ Feingold's Progressive Patriot PAC, the UAW CAP Council of Indiana's 6th District, Indiana's 6th District Central Committee, county parties, and more. I close today asking for your help and support and the endorsement of this fine group. We have to take our country back, and it starts now. You know, somebody else is going to step up here and speak in just a minute. I've been talking about Mitch, and anybody would be better than Mitch. Anybody would be better than Mitch. But there will be very few people that would ever be better than Vi Simpson, our next governor in 2008. My name's Barry Welsh. I'm a Christian, an American, a daddy, a husband, a gun owner, a product of public education, a patriot, a pastor, a progressive, and a damn proud Democrat. And it's time we reminded the other side that they don't own all the guns, they don't own the flag, and they don't own God. My name's Barry Welsh. May God have mercy on America and bless each one of you. Thank you.